Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. If you're listening to our episode, please give us a 5-star rating and please subscribe. I'm very thrilled to welcome this triple threat to the podcast. She is an actress, a dancer, a singer. Some of you might have known her as Gloria Chin on Degrassi, The Next Generation, and Paige Aquino in Tiny Pretty Things. Now she is known as Olivia Kaplan in Netflix Luckiest Girl Alive, and as of this recording, she has over 25,300 Instagram followers. So please help me welcome Nicole Huff to the podcast.
Thank you.
You are so welcome, Nicole. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So let's get started. So when did you get interested in performing, and how did that passion evolve into desire to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
I grew up always being drawn to the arts. I had a lot of energy growing up, and I loved watching movies and listening to music. And I was enrolled at such a young age in many different activities, like piano, skating, figure skating. I figure skated competitively, danced competitively, doing many different styles. Doing karate, gymnastics. I did a lot of activities. My parents enrolled me in so many activities, and I joined like talent pageants, and I had so much energy growing up. And as I got a little bit older, I started to pick my favorite because I was just my favorite was acting, and it was also music and dancing. So I started getting interested at such a young age. I remember my parents would also tell me stories, read a book before I go to sleep, and I've always been in that world and interested in that world. And so, yeah, that's how I got interested. Oh, I can't. I think you're muted.
I'm so sorry about that. It was amazing because I was actually enrolled with, sorry about the mic folks, everybody, but I was enrolled with so many different activities from student council, 4-year class officer in high school, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 61, and Jewish Youth Group. So I was enrolled in a lot of activities too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the pretty much it definitely get my energy busy. So I totally get you.
You get me. Good.
Awesome. So most of my listeners would recognize you from your roles as a Gloria Chin in Degrassi, The Next Generation, and Paige Aquino in Tiny Pretty Things. So what were some of the lessons that you learned from both sets that helped you grow as an actor?
I feel like every experience you have, for me, I know that every experience I had playing a role, it helped me grow as an actor in so many ways. And not even just grow, but even just the belief that I can really pursue this. I know Degrassi, I used to watch that show growing up, and so getting to be on it really helped me decide that I wanted to actually take this seriously as an actor. And even the one of the actresses that I watched growing up, I ended up having scenes with her, and it was really cool. And yeah, and I worked with incredible directors on both projects and learned how to really take direction. I mean, I was able to at a very young age because I did a lot of television commercials, but it's different on film and TV sets. And with Tiny Pretty Things, it helped me. It challenged me as an actor because I got to have these really incredible and powerful scenes, and one with Monique Dubois, played by Lauren Holly, and one with the actor who plays Mr. Renfrew, and getting to work with and feed off of those actors who have such strong acting skills was such an incredible experience. And getting to be a part of a project and work with these young artists and dancers and actors that are working on the same set as you was really an incredible experience. I would say that not just the belief, but also just practice and experience helped me grow as an actor.
And that must be an incredible thing because not just working on with Degrassi, actually going and watching and being a fan, and then working along with the actresses that you watched growing up. That must have been a full circle moment.
Absolutely, 100%, for sure.
Awesome. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you face breaking or into the entertainment industry or staying in the entertainment industry, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
So after I landed the role of Degrassi, I know that it helped me get into the room with a lot of different casting directors. I know when you're first starting off as an actor, a lot of people have difficulty just even getting into the room and being seen, and that's really what helped me break through that is getting to audition for Degrassi and them showing interest and then me landing a role on it. And even just like um being persistent, I find. Like for Degrassi, for example, I was brought in for a role and then I had to have chemistry reads for different characters, probably like 7 until I finally landed the role of Gloria. And another thing is there's a lot of rejection in the industry and you just have to be strong. And now I'm able to understand that if you don't get the role just isn't for you.
And those are incredible lessons to learn. And 7 characters, 7 scripts, and 7 characters until you got your character, Gloria. That's just amazing.
About that, yeah.
Awesome. So recently, you are starring as the antagonist, Olivia Kaplan, in Netflix Luckiest Girl Live. So, how is this project similar or different to previous films and television projects?
I think that it has parts of it that are similar to other projects that I've done, and it has a lot of differences. I think that it's similar in the sense that it has a really talented and cast and crew that are a part of it. I know everyone that worked on Luckiest Girl Alive and the other projects are truly incredible at what they do, and another thing is they're also there to tell a story, and that's really important when you work with artists who are there for the right reasons and there because they're passionate about what they do and are there to help tell that story. And this is Luckiest Girl Alive is based off. It's different because it's based off a book which is based off the author's real life. It's loosely based off the author's real life, and it's one of those super powerful and empowering stories because it really follows this character as she copes with the trauma that she went through in her life. And this character isn't perfect. She's so human, and I feel like viewers really can feel heard after watching it. It's such an important message, and you don't come across, like, I know when they first sent me the scripts, like, I read the script and I was like, you don't come across characters that are so complex and interesting and stories that are so important to be told very often. And it's one of those stories that really spark a conversation. Whether that be, it can be really about anything. It can really inspire a conversation. And after watching it, because of how powerful it is, and yeah, it's just so truthful. It really tells this truth of all the different emotions she's feeling, and people who are watching or who have been through trauma are able to feel heard after watching it, like I said.
And that's a powerful thing because there's not a lot of films lately that have really captivated and empowered people. So it must have been great to work alongside Mila Kunis and Connie Britton and Jennifer Beals, strong, powerful actresses.
For sure, yeah, and I'm sorry, going back to what I was saying before, like the flashback moments of like Ani as she's an adult and played by Mila Kunis, and then the younger Ani, it's just such an incredible like transition of all the different flashbacks that happen to capture that emotion. But yes, getting to work with Mike Barker and Jessica Knoll and Mila Kunis, who the executive produced the film, it was incredible. I didn't have any scenes with Connie Britton, but I loved her work in it, and she's such an incredible actor. And yeah, I got to have the chance to work with these amazing people. They're just very passionate and incredible at what they do. And I also got to spend some time with Mila Kunis in her trailer. And I grew up watching her on TV and movies. So getting to actually meet her and talk to her and spend some time with her was a great experience. She just could not have been more humble and warm and intelligent and funny and complimenting and kind. She's just amazing.
I'm so glad to hear that because there's a lot of, because as you know, people and all these tabloids have always skewed people and celebrities who have like egos or can be difficult to work with, but to hear something like that about Mila makes me smile, and I hope it will make my audience smile as well.
Absolutely. I have so many words of praise for her. She's just so amazing and nice and better than you would even expect her to be.
That's incredible. I want to change subjects because, in addition to your acting, you are also working on your music. So, you are currently working on your first EP with Roy Hamilton III. And so, how is it being in a recording studio?
It's been a lot of fun. I'm finally working on my music, and been a little bit of a long time coming because of COVID and studios being shut down, and me working on as an actor as well. But I'm finally very excited to be working on it, and I'm excited to share it when the time comes. It's a mixture of the genres that I grew up listening to, mainly pop, but it's got some dance influence and some R&B influence, but he's incredible at what he does. Roy Hamilton III. I mean, he's worked with so many talented artists like Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, NSYNC, Justin Timberlake. So I'm very excited about my music, and I co-wrote it. So I'm very happy, and it's like a love letter to the music that I grew up listening to, and inspired by the music that I grew up listening to.
I love those musical genres, and I cannot wait to hear about all about that.
Thank you.
All right, so as we're starting to wind down our interview, what are some of your favorite social media channels that you like to interact with fans on?
I love Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. YouTube, I love watching videos, but interacting with people, probably Instagram and Twitter.
I love both of them too. I gotta say, Instagram. It's amazing to actually use photos and also videos as well. So what I've been so you have, like I said, started earlier in this interview. You have over 25,300 Instagram followers. So what have been some of the best strategies that you've been using to increase your followership and also to interact with fans?
I'm not really like focused on kind of increasing like on my followers. I think it's like really cool that people follow me, and I think it's really cool that people follow me and have recognized me and want to like watch my career as I'm working in the industry. I think that's really cool and an honor. I just love interacting with people. I like seeing people's posts, and I like posting. I think that like my Instagram is kind of like a piece of art, because I like making a visual representation of the my life in a sense. I feel like it makes me happy, and it's I feel like it inspires me to, and yeah, it's just like a little journal, I guess. But I love like watching stories and seeing what people are posting and what people are saying on Twitter too. I feel like they're both great.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here is the second to last question. So if you had a chance to meet with actors who are all and also musicians who are interested in advancing a career in the recording industry or the entertainment industry, what advice would you share with them?
The main thing I would say is really get any experience that you can starting off, and whether it be through uh, whether that be through joining school productions of things, or get feel inspired. I know what helps me is watching my favorite actors on screen, and my favorite movies and my favorite shows, and listening to music that I love, and that really motivates me to want to do something like that, and just be persistent and don't give up. I don't think there's really any secret to success besides just not giving up and staying with it. And for me, just absolutely finding what you love the most, and what you love the most about the industry, or what you love most about something specifically about an art, like whether it be through something that you love about singing, or something that you love about acting or dancing. Just find what you love, and it's just an endless pursuit of that.
Awesome, Nicole. Last question. Are you ready?
Am I ready? Of course I'm ready.
Alrighty. So where can my audience find Luckiest Girl Alive? And also, where can they connect with you on social media? And also, when your music comes out, where can they find it?
You can check out Luckiest Girl Alive on Netflix. It's directed by Mike Barker and executive produced by him and Jessica Knoll and Mila Kunis, and she also plays Ani. And oh my gosh, I already forgot the second and third question.
Don't worry, that's why I'm here for. So the second question is, where can you connect with you on social media?
You can connect with me on Instagram at Nicole Samantha Huff, and yeah.
Awesome. And then you will also be using social media to announce where your music will be, correct?
Yes, I'll be posting when my music comes out and everything like that. But I'm sure that my music will be released on Apple Music and Spotify and all of that. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, if you missed an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast, visit our channels on Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Spotify, and Spreaker. It's Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Nicole, we are wrapping up Shake.com's 11th anniversary year.
Wow.
Thank you so much. So if you want to see more articles, more interviews, and reviews, please visit Shake.com. Once again, Shake.com. Nicole, thank you so much for taking time in your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. And guys, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.